There we go. I don't know what was happening. All right, y'all. Here we go. I don't know what the heck Facebook was doing, but it kept kicking us off. Wouldn't let us load.
Wouldn't let us load. Couldn't load. Couldn't get on.
I know we late, but it's Facebook's fault.
It's Facebook fault. And as they say back in the day, come on in the room.
Hey, my Shelly.
Come on in the room.
Hey, girl. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
It's been a long week, and it's only Tuesday.
It's Punchki Day.
Hey, Giovanna. How are you? Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Did y'all
Miss
tag
Russell.
somebody? Invite somebody? Facebook didn't like us today, y'all.
They was
They
tripping
literally kept kicking us off.
every single time. How you doing, Miss Russell?
Hey, I'm trying to watch the comments. Hey.
And Ms.
The
Williams.
Williams are in the house. Hey, y'all. The soon-to-be new grandparents.
Uh-oh. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's a great thing. Grandparenting is wonderful.
It is. It really is.
Because you can watch them and give them back.
That part right there. That part right there. Hey, y'all. As y'all come in, say something so we know you here. We're going to go on and get started. We are not going to be here long. We just wanted to come on here and kick it with y'all for a minute. I'm trying to watch the comments. We
Yeah,
doing
I'll
good. Great, how y'all doing? We are doing good. A little tired. But we good.
Hey, Tamika.
We are good.
Tamika May.
Hey, Mika. How are you? So, look, y'all. As y'all know, we are the Dream Team. We in this thing tonight, and we just wanted to kick it with y'all about, do I still know you?
Do I still know
So,
you?
this year, we would be married 20 years.
2-0.
And if y'all been following us for any amount of time, you know that we got a big family. It's 7 of
Yes.
us. We've had all different age ranges, right? We got the grown adults. We still have teenage children. And over the years, you know, when you start out one way, right? How you are in the dating phase, your expectations are one way. Then you get married, they change. Then you have kids, they change. You have careers, they change. You have health issues, they change. You have financial ebbs and flows, all of the things, right? And what we've realized in this 20 years, which especially within this last year and a half, 2 years, I would say, we had to do some hard conversations because we realized that we ain't still know each other, y'all. We didn't still know each other. So we had to have some hard conversations to figure out where exactly we were. Like, why we bumping heads like this? Why does it seem like, and I'm going to speak for myself, my patience had got like this long, right? Like, seriously.
Real
my patience
short.
had gotten short because we were going through the motions. Children were getting bigger. Life was still happening. Everything was still going on. And though we were pretty good about communicating about a lot of things, the one thing we forgot to do was pause and say, hey, where are you now? What do you need now? Right? Because we don't have all of the gap fillers anymore, y'all. Like, we ain't running the basketball and baseball and track and dance. And we ain't in and out of town because the boy playing travel baseball. He's in school now.
Everybody doing their own thing.
Doing their own thing.
And now it's like, hey, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, what we gonna do? Because normally we were so into them, you know, preparing them for adulthood that we lost ourselves in them.
Yeah.
And it's real easy to do that. You know, we lost ourselves in them. And honestly, you know, them being young, that's all you did was what? You sow into your children. You know, okay, let's go here, let's go do that. And she right, they were fillers. They were fillers. But now, since they have their own lives, you know, we have to really we got to get to know each other again.
Yeah, at this stage,
Yeah,
because
at this stage.
we had a conversation the other day, and I was like, what I needed back then, I don't need that now. Like,
And
I need
was like,
something
what?
different.
You don't need that now.
No,
What are you
I
talking about? You
need
don't
something
that
different.
now?
Like, I need you in a different way. Like,
Right.
the stuff that used to be okay, the stuff that, and here's the thing, if I'm honest with myself, right, and wives, this is for us. We take on a lot, right? We can have a baby on the hip, baby in the belly, a baby at the table. We cooking dinner, we doing homework, we doing laundry, all at the same time, right? We take, and this is no slight to the husbands, because the husbands, they carry their weight too. But where we go wrong is we pick up so much, right? We do so much. Oh, I got it. And then at some point when you reach burnout and you haven't really communicated that, but somewhere in your mind you feel like he should just know, you become short. But he doesn't know that was once okay because I made it okay, right? But now that I don't have to be super mom, I need something different. And so I found myself being frustrated, and we had the pause. Was like, okay, so what is it that you need from me? Like, we had to go sit in front of somebody too, because even though we coach people, even though people look to us for help and we give help and we have we needed coaching too, because we had gotten to a place where marital difficulties were beginning to take over because we no longer knew each other in this phase of our lives. We didn't know what and so many things have changed in our lives. And when we realized we didn't know each other, y'all, it was crazy.
It was
crazy.
Because I don't work the way I used to work. You know, I mean, I used to work sun up, sun down, you know, and that's all I did because, you know, being a provider, I had to make sure that we were provided for. So that kept me out of the house, you know, longer than I wanted to be. And it really, if I could say this, it really distanced us. Really, it did. And the reason why is because I was out there and she was at home dealing with the kids, homework and this and this and that. And when I came home, you know, we were so happy to see each other. We just did what we did and went to bed. Next day, here we go again. You know, we were on a hamster wheel. You know, we were on a hamster wheel. But now that the hamster wheel has slowed down, now it's like, who are you again?
And so this is for all of our people who've been married for a long time, people who, especially people that's been married for a long time and you raising kids. Pause and figure out where y'all are. Pause and figure out where you are, because when you don't do that, when they say don't stay together for the kids and all of that, this is what they mean, because the kids will grow up and the kids will go, and now you stuck trying to figure out what's happening. And don't get me wrong, we had fun over the years. We traveled, we did all of the things, right? But now we still had to rediscover at this phase ministry. I'm back working outside of the house. We got new grandbabies, all of the things. And so it's like, okay, so what is it that you need from me? What are your needs now? What are your desires now? What do you like to do now? What fulfills you now? And when you don't have those conversations, you will find yourself bumping heads all the time and really trying to. And when I say y'all, we was getting mad about, or me, let me speak for me. I ain't gonna say y'all.
Thank you.
I was getting frustrated over the smallest things, y'all, because I had reached burnout. And I didn't realize, once I sat with myself and began to unpack, I had to think about, you were always on the go. You allowed things. You accepted things, right? And now that you didn't really have the time to focus on some of those things, now that you have nothing but time because you're not running and all over the place, you got to figure that stuff out. Because what you don't want to happen, the Bible says it this way, and all you'll get in get an understanding. You have to understand your spouse. It doesn't, history doesn't matter, right?
It don't.
In this context, like, to a degree, it matters, right? You've been together for a long time, all of the things, but you can't take for granted, because we've been together, that you automatically know me as we get older.
Right.
As things begin to change in our lives, like how we spend our time now has to be different. What we do when we're spending time together is different. We have to make time to do the things that apply to our now, right? Before we was getting it in what we fit in. Now we got time, so we got to feel it, and we found ourselves too. And this is one thing I got frustrated about. And you can talk about this. Social media. We would be on our phones instead of talking about how we were feeling. Sometimes we would fill those gaps with just scrolling on our phone.
Social media, yeah.
Just being on social media. Not really being in tune because we didn't realize we were so busy all the time that our downtime, we didn't have much of it. So when we did have downtime, we was trying to, get it in and do what we did. But now the spaces and time for us are bigger. And so we realized that we were, in a sense, disconnected. Because we were so busy being mom and dad.
The best thing that I could say is this. I'm going to go back to what you said earlier. I would encourage all of you who are married and have small children, listen, date.
Yes.
Please date. Drop the children off somewhere and spend time with each other. That way you don't get to this burnout place. Because it will happen. It definitely will happen. But as she said, social media, we would come home, take a shower. And that's one thing we do. We're going to take a shower together every day.
Yeah.
I mean, we take showers together no matter where we are.
Yeah.
We were on, I always say, the Love Boat, a cruise ship, right? We was taking a shower together there. I don't know how in the world we did it, but we did it, right? That's our thing, right? But I found myself on social media cracking up, laughing at reels. And before I knew it, I was on social media 2.5 hours. Yeah. When I could have spent that time with my wife, kicking it with her, getting to know exactly what she needed from me now, what she needed from me now. But what I did, I said, you know what? Okay. We're going to break off the social media. We talked about it, and I said what we need to do is we need to do different things. So I decided I wanted to read. I love reading, right? So I said, look, we can read a chapter a day together, right? Because what that does is it brings on conversation, stimulation, emotional intelligence, all these things, right? To help you fill the gap. Right? Because it may be something in that book, and we have a book about relationship, and it's kind of thick, and the chapters are pretty long, but it gives you something to discuss. Yeah. It gives you something to discuss so you can, food for thought. So it may say, well, you two have been married for 15 years. And now all of a sudden, all the children are gone. Oh, wow, baby, this is us. This is us. Now we can talk about it. But
be careful too, y'all. Because I'm going to be transparent and honest. When you in these spaces where you feel like you're going through and y'all on this rocky slope, be careful what you take in on social media. Because you will find yourself comparing your relationship to social media. And I've said this before, and y'all may have seen it. Don't compare your real to their real, your REAL to their REEL, right? Because you will start feeling like you shortchanged. You will start feeling like, well, why you not doing this? Not understanding everybody's, and maybe sometimes we don't. I'm not even gonna say you don't understand or we don't understand, because it's not so much that we don't understand. We just get in our emotions, and when our emotions get the best of us, instead of us sitting there unpacking them and dealing with them, we allow them to dictate what we do and how we move and how we treat our spouse. And so we have to be careful, because now you're trying to treat them or look at them based off what somebody else is doing. Exactly. And you don't even know the context of that relationship. That might not even be real. That might just be for likes and following, right? And so getting to know where you are and being secure in where you are minimizes the opportunity or even the desire to look at somebody else and say, why you ain't doing this and why we not moving like that. And I felt like that, y'all. I'm being honest. I felt like that because we had gotten away from us. And that's why y'all notice we was on, we was off, we was on. Because for me, I'm not the type of person that I want to come sit in front of y'all and make it seem like it's something that is not. I don't like that. It's enough imposters. It's enough people faking like they are what they not. I don't want to be that. And so it's been plenty of times we were supposed to do things and I'm like, no, I'm not feeling it. Right? And I know that everything is not about me or not about us, but I felt like we needed to do the work first to figure out who we are again. So when we sit in front of y'all, we are authentic about who we are and where we are, and not just doing it because it's expected because of who we are.
But I want to say something to that. For me, and this is just for me, I feel like if we're feeling some kind of way, we can still come on, right? And we can talk about it because that's what this is all about. Relationship, right? And okay, I'm going to keep it real, 100, right? We was mad at each other just 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. And she was like, maybe we should just cancel it. No, we're not canceling. For what? No, we're not canceling. We're going on. You know, you a little upset. Okay, it's fine though. You know, it's life. This is life. This is what we live, right? It's not like we're going to be happy 24 hours a day. You're going to say something that I may not like. I'm going to say something that you may not like. But as long as we talk about it, right? Talk about it. I used to be emotionally immature. And the reason why is because I was on the go all the way, just on the go, moving. I didn't have time to be emotional. So I was emotionally immature. And guess what? I found that out when I heard somebody speak about it. And I told my wife, I said, you know what? I realized that I'm emotionally immature. So I'm on a journey now getting Harold together so I could be better for my wife. You know, and the discussion that we just had earlier, I was just telling her how I felt. You know, and I tell my kids, you can't take away what I feel.
Absolutely.
And I can't take away what you feel. What you feel is what you feel, but let's talk about it. You know, and we don't have to beat each other up, but just know this is how I feel. You know, and this is a part of us getting to know each other again. You know, getting an understanding of who we are, because we're two individuals trying to live together, you know, coming from two different backgrounds, you know, but now, okay, how do we live? How do we get to the next point? How do we get to the next step? How do we thrive? How do we be in love? How do we love? Because all of that matters. Yeah. All of that matters.
And in that conversation too before, like as we've been going through individual therapy and things like that, I had to tell him, just like he told me, I'm learning this new you, right? I'm learning this person who's now becoming more in tune with his emotions, who's now becoming more in tune with how we deal with things and how we handle each other, because we was going through the cycles and we was going through the motions. And so I knew that person or that version of you. Now I'm learning you from a different space, just like he's learning me from a different space. Like my dad was here not too long ago. My dad was here living with us. And that even for me was different. So I had to first navigate my emotions even through that. And then him learning how to handle me in that space. But then I had to learn how to deal with him. And that's because it was new for us. It was something that was completely new for us. And so we're saying all of that to say it doesn't matter how long you've been together. Make sure that at every turn in the road, you're learning the person that you're with.
Absolutely.
The person that you're evolving with. The person that, because here's the other part of that, right? The person that stood up at the altar, the two people that stood up at that altar are not the same two people 20 years later. Not even the next year later, right? When we stood up at the altar and got married, we had, 4 kids? By that next year?
1, 2, yeah.
We had 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
By that next year, we had another son. That following year, we had another baby girl. But in that time span, he lost his mom. I lost my mom. We had financial difficulties. We had 2 brand new kids. Life was crazy, right?
We were living in a hotel.
All of the things, right? And we talked to y'all about that before.
We were stressing.
But who we were October 1st, 2005, we were completely different people October 2006 and 2007 because we were introduced to new things. We had new things on our plate, right? And so when you don't pause to figure out what those needs are, what those desires are, and what you need to be fulfilled emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, you will find yourself frustrated, aggravated, annoyed with the person. So much so, and this is probably humorous, but it's so serious. It's like, why you sneezing? You be that irritated. Seriously, y'all. And we talking about this, and I'm saying that because these are the things that people don't really want to talk about.
Right.
And if you don't get to the raw and the nitty gritty, we doom people for marriage. We want to make marriage look like it's just the wedding and the bells
so
and the whistles
beautiful.
And you hanging out and you got your couple friends and all of that is good in its rightful place. But when you go home, when the lights go out, when there's nobody there, who is the person that you're waking up to every day? Are you still happy to wake up to that person?
No.
Are you still friends with that person?
That right there.
Are they the person that you still desire to hang out and spend time with? Are they the first people on your list that you even want to hang out with? Do you feel comfortable being naked emotionally and spiritually and physically in front of this person still? You gotta know that, because if you don't know that, then what you do is you begin to acquiesce back. You begin to hide yourself. You begin to, now when you hiding and when you feel like you can't be, you seeking somewhere else.
But you're not just hiding physically. You're hiding emotionally, you know, in so many different ways. You know, I'll say this: as long as we've been together. We've been together for 23 years, been married for 20 years. And I promise you guys, I'm saying this in all honesty, I still like her. I still like her. She's still a friend of mine. I'm in love with her. You know, I'm to the point now I want to do much more with my wife. You know, I don't like to, I'm not a very argumentative person anyway. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and then I'm pretty much done. And I know I need to be better with that because, you know, she always tell me, oh, you can say what you want to say, but I can't say what I want to say. And it's not that I don't want her to say what she want to say. It's just that I feel like as we going into the conversation, and I'm getting better with it, I just feel like it's going to turn into an argument. And I used to say that I don't want to argue. And it's not arguing. It's having a conversation. But these are the little things that I didn't understand. Like I said, emotionally immature. I just didn't understand it.
But it wasn't just because of that. It's because, like you said earlier, we came from two different backgrounds.
Absolutely.
So you came from
an argumentative family.
So that's
all
what
we
you
did.
knew. So because you didn't like that, and because you didn't want to go into that, your way
of the conversation,
you felt like it was going to be an argument, and it's like we can't get anywhere if we don't communicate. Absolutely. I can't know you if I don't know how you feel. I can't know you if I don't know what you're thinking. I can't know you if I don't know how you feeling about a situation. And same with me, right? And so I was very argumentative. I will argue to no end, but then he had to teach me, like, okay, but we still ain't getting nowhere, because then he shut down and he ignored me, and then I'm even more pissed off because why you ignore me. But his thing was, we have to communicate. And communicating is not arguing, because nobody is heard when there's an argument happening, right? So we've learned how to do that, but it's just now, again, where we are in this year 20.
Year 20. Woo!
Year 20.
Yes.
Our baby girl is 17.
17.
We are almost done.
Almost
raising kids. Almost done.
Almost done.
Right? So we are learning continually who we are. And what's the crazy thing is, our son just went to college. He just went to college in the fall. And it was then that I can say, I realized we're not on the move like that no more. What do we do now?
Be on the move for us.
Right. We understand that now, and it's like, you will wait. When these kids get grown, we're going to do this and do that. But the reality of the matter is, if you're not staying in tune throughout that, you will get to this point and you trying to figure out, I don't know. You really don't know, because you've not been in a place where you spent the quality time that was necessary beyond just a date. Dating is great. Dating is great. But what about the hard conversations to say, I used to like when you did that. That used to matter, but it's not that I don't like it. It's just not what I need right now. And that not be taken offensively or treated like, or being received as if you ungrateful or you not doing your best or you not doing enough. No, be okay with your spouse telling you that what you used to do is not what's needed now. It's okay, right? It's okay to not need the same things. It's okay to not desire the same things. But when you don't talk about that stuff, you will be frustrated, y'all. I'm telling you, so frustrated to where it was times I didn't even want to talk to him. He would be trying to touch me, y'all. I would be about to fall out the bed trying to get away from him. Like, don't touch me. Don't put your foot on me. Don't put your hand on me. Don't touch me.
I would do it on purpose because I know she didn't want me to touch it, but I'm touching you anyway.
He's not the one that likes to go to bed with stuff undone. And I appreciate that. And I have come a long way.
You have.
Being emotionally mature in that area. I still pray for you, girl. I still got work to do.
You
ain't
still
done
do.
with me yet.
Not yet.
But and I will say that I am appreciating life more, right? I've always appreciated, but the way that things are happening in the world today, and I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but y'all see the same social media I see, y'all see the posts that I see. I am appreciating life more these days, and so I am more open to talk and not just shut down, because I could go days and don't say nothing. I literally could go days and not say nothing.
Which is not good.
One word answers, right?
Which is not good.
It's not good at all.
It's not good.
But that was the part of me that I had to work on, right? And so now that we've come past that point, you know, again, learn each other, y'all. Know where you are at every phase of the marriage. Have those conversations. Ask what you need. There's this thing that we talked about that we learned during our coaching process, and it talks about is your cup full? What's in your cup?
Yeah, what's in your cup? What's in your bank?
What's in your love bank? Yeah. You know, where are you running low? What do you need from me? What area? And you might not always be low in every area, but what area are you low in? Where do I need to pour a little bit more?
Some love.
Where am I missing it for you? How can I be of help to you this week or today? Like,
that's important.
It's very important because when you don't know, you running on fumes, and then y'all looking stupid and y'all arguing and y'all mad and then nobody like each other.
No, you're going to stop at the next gas station. That's what you're going to do.
That's true, and you don't need to do that.
And you don't need to do that.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You do not need to do that.
Not at all. I think for me, it's more of I want to learn, because honestly and truthfully,
Bishop Marshall,
men are so simple. We are very simple beings. Women are very emotional, and you guys need more than we do. You know, you cook us a good meal and give us some love, we going to bed, we good. You know, not so much you guys, you know, and this is what I had to learn. You know, I have to learn what my wife need in order to fulfill, you know, her every need. You know, I also had to become selfless because I used to be selfish, you know, but that's what marriage is all about, becoming selfless. You know, another thing I was just telling my wife is, you know, as a man, being raised by my mom, because my father had passed away when I was like 2, her raising me, I became emotional, you know, a little bit more emotional than I should have been, because, you know, I looked at my mom, you know, but now it's all about, okay, I can't let my emotions get in the way of me trying to take my marriage to the next level. I cannot do that. I have to become aware and nurture my wife, you know, in her emotions, so that I can lead her correctly. You know, because if I'm emotional and she emotional, it's a wreck. It's a problem now. So, these are things that I'm learning as a man and as I grow in marriage and as we look to get to know each other again. Because, like we said earlier, you get away from knowing each other because you're dealing with the kids. It's constant, but I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. This woman means the world to me. I don't want to be with no other woman. I have learned who she is. She has helped me become the man that I am. She has helped me understand what love is, because honestly, y'all, I really didn't know how to love. I didn't, because I didn't get that. I didn't get the emotional bond and all of these different things. And it was hard for me to do it, but over time you learn, and but you got to make a choice to change. You got to make a choice to change, to say, you know what? I'm going to change because I need to change. And not only do I need to, but I want to, because I want my marriage to be better. I want to be with this woman for the rest of my life, but I don't want to be with her in a predicament where we're always upset and mad at each other. I want to exactly. I want to thrive. I want to be happy. I want to go on dates. I want to go on trips. I want to, wherever we go, I just want to enjoy you. But how can I enjoy you if I don't know you? So that's important. We got to get to know each other.
And that was good. I found myself too being frustrated, because it's like, we've been together all these years and we here. But let me help y'all with something. If you feel like that, like I said in the beginning, when we got married, life began to happen so fast. We didn't have a chance to cultivate certain things in the beginning, because we had to immediately adapt to being motherless, newborn babies. Life was just really, really lifing. I had some health challenges. They told him that he had a heart attack at some point along the way. Like, life was just happening for us, y'all. It was the ball was rolling so fast. We didn't have a chance to really sit through some stuff, right? So we was just kind of going and moving along and going with the motions and going in the cycles. And, when we was happy, But then when we crashed hard. But then we didn't have time to sit there and stay in that, because we had kids we was raising. We had a business we had to run. We were in ministry. We wore many hats in ministry for several years, right? So it was too much expected of us, and we were pulled in so many different directions. We didn't have a chance to just sit with a lot of things, right? And so here we are, year 20, we're learning to unpack some things that should have been unpacked a long time ago. And that is okay, because the beauty in marriage is, as long as you are both doing the work together, you can work it.
Absolutely.
So it's not a bad thing, but I had to understand that it wasn't a bad thing. So perspective is everything. It doesn't mean that I wasn't frustrated. I just had to change my perspective about it, because I almost felt like our marriage was becoming a failure, because I felt like we got too many years in to be here. But nobody's above mistakes. Nobody's above not knowing. You will never master everything. You will never know it all. You'll never check all of the boxes. But the thing is to stay the course, to do the work, to get in front of somebody whenever you need to get in front of somebody. Invest in your marriage, y'all. Don't always be so quick to post on social media for the likes. And y'all know I'll post. I'm not opposed to any of that. But what I want y'all to know is, before you go buying all of the trinkets and doing all of these, invest in your marriage. And we can go spend money on bags and shoes and all of the things. Invest in us, because at the end of the day, it's the tools that you get from the investment that you make that's going to keep you going when times get hard. That's going to keep you going when you start to age. It's going to keep you going when life is not what it used to be. It's going to keep you going through the ebbs and flows of life. When COVID happened, we say this all the time. The people that made it through COVID, you had something.
You had something for sure.
You believed in what you had. You believed in your covenant, and you did what was necessary, because we counsel more people. We coach more people during 2020 than we have in all of the years that we've been doing this. And we started this in 2014, y'all. So many marriages failed during COVID because they didn't have all of the escapes anymore. Everything was shut down, and we had no choice but to be home with each other. We had no choice but to face whatever that was going on in our lives, right? So it doesn't stop. You just got to be willing to do the work.
That's it.
Right? So that's
Gotta
all
do
we
the
came
work.
to talk about tonight was, do you still know each other? Ask your spouse after you get off of this. Ask your person, where are you?
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation.
Have that conversation.
Where are you?
Yeah.
What do you need from me? Am I still meeting your needs? Am I where you need me to be spiritually? Am I where you need me to be emotionally? Am I where you need me to be sexually? Am I where you need me to be physically? Right? Because sometimes we don't want to hear that, but if he met you or you met her and you was several pounds smaller, you might want to think about that. You might want to get in the gym. And not just because of that. Health is wealth, y'all.
It is.
Health is wealth. And you can't bend it over and spin it around and all of that and you out of breath. Right? Health is wealth. So ask the questions. Where are you? What you need from me? How can I be better for you?
Right.
All right?
I want to say this. In all that you do, get an understanding of your spouse. Get an understanding. Have the conversation, like she said. Have it. Talk about what you're feeling that you don't like. And that you want, whatever you want to be better. Have those real hard conversations, because it's the hard conversations that'll soften you up.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
It's the hard conversations that'll soften you up. And if there are any men on here, please, sir, please, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be emotional with your spouse.
But ladies, make sure you a soft landing place for that.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Please, please, please don't use it against him, because if you do, he won't do it no more.
That's true.
He'll shut it down. But that opens up a whole nother level of marriage when you two can be emotional, intelligent with each other. It opens up a whole nother level of marriage. So I'll definitely say, have that hard conversation, please, y'all. But hey, we here. We are here, and we will be doing this quite a bit every Tuesday. Every Tuesday we here. Again, thank y'all for showing up. We love y'all so much. We really do. We love y'all. Keep praying for us as we pray for you guys. Let's, always encourage each other. Always, always, always.
Pray together tonight, y'all.
Yes.
And y'all know us. We are the Dream Team. Y'all can find us on all social media platforms, The Dream Team Coaching. Our website is www.coachingthedreamteam.com. If you need help within your marriage, and it doesn't have to mean that you're in a bad place, you can need proactive things. It's always okay to be ahead of the game.
Always.
That way, when you get when things come, you already got what you need to work on it, right? And so we are here for all of that. We both do individual coaching with women. I coach women, he coach men. We all do couples, as you all know. So invest in your marriage, y'all.
Please
if
do.
y'all have any questions, if there are any topics that y'all would like for us to cover, please inbox us. If you got my number, text me. But again, y'all can reach us on all social media platforms. We ask that you would like and share. And when y'all
Please
show
like
up,
and share.
invite somebody, right? We don't have all of the answers, but what we know, we want to give, we want support. We know that this is a part of our assignment.
Yes.
And we back, y'all. And so we just want to
We never left.
y'all. We never left.
We
We just
never
had
left.
to, we had to get some things together.
That's
We had to
all.
work through some
That's
stuff.
all.
But yeah, we enjoyed y'all. We hope that y'all enjoyed us. And again, any questions, any topics that you all want to hear from us, please inbox us.
Yes.
Let us know. But we
Yes.
will be back same place, same time. And we're gonna try to go live on Instagram. I gotta figure that part out. We need another situation, another thing to hold the phone. But nonetheless, we love y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah.
Pray together tonight, and don't forget, have the conversation so that you know the person that you're married at this phase in the relationship. Ask, what do you need? Where are you? How can I serve you better? Where am I lacking? what area of your love bank or your cup do I need to fill?
That's
because
good,
if
baby.
we are low,
That's good.
we can't go far.
Can't go far at all.
And running on fumes don't get us nowhere.
Nope.
That gets you burnout.
Burnout.
All right. So till next time, 2 Hearts, 1 Goal, the Dream Team.
Peace.